Right now in 10, a new bill would make your state park sticker last a little longer. We'll share how.
Plus, new information revealed inside court records of a former Madison pastor recently charged with sexual crimes of a minor.
And a community speaks out over the rebuilding of fire-ravaged Lahaina more than 10 days after Maui's wildfire began burning. It's all ahead on News 3 now at 10. Wisconsin's got dozens of state parks and forests, but depending on when you get a pass from the DNR, you don't always have a lot of time to visit.
Armand Rahman set out to find out more about a proposed bill to change that.
Some lawmakers hope that a change to this leads to more people coming out here all year round.
So one way we can do that is to make sure you get as much use out of your sticker as you can get.
Representative Ron Tussler is talking about the annual state park sticker, mainly the annual part.
Yeah, we were kind of bummed to find out when we got the sticker yesterday it was only good to the end of December.
That's right. No matter what month you buy your sticker, you need to get a new one on December 31st. Tussler and Senator Rob Coles have a bill in the legislature to make the pass valid for a whole year from the date you buy it.
I mean, I could see somebody saying, well, if I'm paying $28 for just a couple of months, maybe that's a little bit more. Where you look at it and you're getting a whole 12 months out of your $28, well, I think that's a little bit better.
At Devil's Lake State Park on a nice summer day,
blanket for laying out, and then, of course, the kayaks for getting out on the water.
We floated the idea to park goers.
Oh, that'd be great. You know, a lot of times you're busy in June, July. You finally get to the park in August, and it's only good till December. It'd be nice if it went all the way back to August again. That'd be really cool.
Many of them frequent many state parks.
Yeah, we try and hit a few, 4 or 5 at least every year.
We've been to the ones a little bit more north of here too, like Madison State Park.
So they dived into the opportunity to savor more of the outdoors.
We got up early this morning, like at 4:30 in the morning, to hike up to the top to watch the sunrise. It would be nice if it was for a full year so we could actually make a little bit more use of it.
At Devil's Lake, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Representative Tussler believes the bill will pass and become law by the end of the year. Well, the warm-up is on the way for this weekend for southern Wisconsin as we will be feeling the heat.
Yeah, temperatures could climb to about 90 degrees by Sunday. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti tracking that heat in his first warn forecast. Gary?
Yeah, it looks like we'll see 2 rounds of heat, one actually on Sunday and another for the middle part of next week with a little bit of a break in between. But in the short term, things have actually started to improve air quality-wise. The time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam shows clear skies this morning, and then some of that wildfire haze kind of overhead during the day. But it is starting to thin out a little bit, and the Department of Natural Resources will allow the air quality advisory to expire at 11 p.m. tonight. Doppler track. Dry as a bone across Wisconsin, most of the upper Midwest, and I don't see much in the way of precipitation over the next 10 days. High temperatures today, very comfortable. 75 in Madison, 77 Janesville, 80 in Bosco. Most areas were in the middle 70s, and current temperatures now are pretty comfortable. 68 Madison, 62 in Lone Rock, still 71 in Boscobel, across Dane County, 68 in Verona, 68 in Waunakee, and 68 in Sun Prairie. Look for mostly clear skies overnight. It'll be a little milder with a low temperature of about 60 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at those couple of rounds of heat and whether there's any chance for rain in the next 10 days.
Today, we received video showing the last moments Christopher Miller was seen alive. He was found dead in an abandoned home near Beloit earlier this week. That was 9 months after he disappeared.
Yeah, police had said that Miller, a Madison resident, had run from them, and we're getting a closer look at what happened right before he was last seen. Now, here are the first moments of that dash cam video. It's a little after 2 in the morning. Miller is in this silver car heading northbound on the interstate near Janesville. And this is when police first try to stop Miller for speeding. They say he was going 24 miles an hour over the limit. The officer puts on his emergency lights. Miller immediately speeds up. At this point, you can actually hear the officer say he's reaching speeds of about 127 miles per hour. Miller then tries to exit the interstate, and next we see him coming off that exit. He crashes into a traffic light right here, knocks it over. His car takes significant damage. You can hear the officer then say he thinks Miller has perhaps lost a tire on the front driver's side. Miller then gets back on the interstate. Now going the other way, you'll see debris flying off his vehicle. The chase would go on for another few minutes. Miller still losing parts of that vehicle. Later, it looks like a second tire pops. It's after that when Miller finally comes to a stop here. The trooper orders him to get out of the car. About 12 seconds later, he does get out, but takes off running into the night. No one immediately followed Miller on foot. would be another 2.5 minutes before troopers approached the now unoccupied car, where they find, they say, a little over 2 ounces of marijuana, multiple empty liquor bottles, and Miller's phone. There are still plenty of unanswered questions in the case, and the Rock County Medical Examiner has not shared the cause of Miller's death yet. We'll continue to bring you updates as we get them online and right here on News 3 Now.
New details into a former Madison pastor now charged with child sexual assault. Court records allege Robert Stein sexually assaulted a girl 3 times between 2018 and 2019. The victim's mother contacted police in April this year after learning of an incident involving her daughter at a summer camp operated by Stein. The girl told her family about 3 occasions where Stein allegedly touched or massaged her inappropriately. Court records say the girl did not know how to feel about it, and she trusted the defendant as he was an adult. And that in school, she learned, quote, a lot more in general about her boundaries and her body, and she did not like it. She stated she felt guilty for a while, and she thought it had been her fault. Stein, a former pastor at Midvale Baptist Church, lost his license to operate the church's daycare earlier this summer as he was under investigation by police and the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. Stein, through his attorney, denies any wrongdoing. He will be back in court next Thursday.
All Fenimore high school athletics teams are now under a 1-year probation by the WIAA. Current Fenimore wrestling student athletes appeared on a poster advertising a summer camp put on by the Fenimore Wrestling Association. That FWA is not associated with the school, so by appearing in that poster, the students violated WIAA rules on student athletes providing endorsements or appearing in ads for profit-making events, items, plans, or services. All Fenimore students are still eligible to compete in WIAA events and postseason play, but that probation can be extended if more violations occur. A special surprise this morning for a veteran in our community, U.S. Army Sergeant Torrey Honda. His wife Marcella and their children getting the keys to a brand new mortgage-free home. This was a special dedication ceremony this morning. Operation Finally Home, along with Tim O'Brien Homes and Structural Building Components Association, partnered to build the home in DeForest for the Honda family. When he first heard he would be receiving the house, Honda could not believe it.
Like, it was a dream. Like, seriously, it was a dream. I was like, is this real? Like, that were my honest first thoughts. And now it's still a dream. It's a dream come true.
And he deserves it. Honda served for almost 7 years. He was involved in combat in Afghanistan and Iraq during 4 different periods. He is now medically retired due to physical injuries he received in combat, including some brain injuries and undergoing a full leg amputation. Well, is the party winding down a bit for booze in America? A recent Gallup poll shows more people actually believe alcohol is harmful.
39% of Americans said 1 or 2 drinks per day is bad for your health. That's an 11% increase from 2018 and a record high number. The survey also showed the younger you are, the more likely you are to believe booze is bad. That is in line with the World Health Organization, which recently determined no level of alcohol consumption is safe. Americans don't seem that worried about pot, though. Only 23% considered marijuana very harmful. Drive sober or get pulled over. That is the reminder from the Wisconsin State Patrol as today marks the first day of its annual campaign focused on preventing drunk driving. Now through Labor Day, state troopers across Wisconsin will work together to remove impaired drivers and ensure safety on the roads. Last year, Wisconsin saw around 8,000 drug and alcohol-related crashes and more than 200 deaths. Troopers are reminding people to have a designated driver and to also report suspicious driving behavior.
Wisconsin's first human case of West Nile virus of the year is here in Dane County, although health officials aren't specifying exactly where. The Wisconsin Department of Health confirming that tonight. On average, 17 Wisconsinites contract West Nile every year. It spreads through the bites of infected mosquitoes, which contract the virus by feeding on infected birds. Fortunately, most people who catch the virus do not get sick. Recovery efforts are continuing in Maui after last week's devastating wildfires that have now killed at least 111.
Tonight, Hawaii's governor will address state residents on the status of the recovery and what happens next. Jeff Nguyen shows us some of the cleanup from Maui.
10 days after the wildfire devastated Maui, recovery teams continue to fan across Lahaina, searching for victims who weren't able to escape the flames.
So many of our people died. So many of my neighbors, my co-workers.
Shannon Ii is a custodian at a school that burned to the ground. She fears many of the victims yet to be identified are children who were sent home from school the day of the fire because of strong winds.
Knowing that some of the kids I've seen at school are no longer here is
You mentioned you lost. Officials say a little more than half of the disaster area has been searched. The death toll is expected to rise as teams make their way through what's left of Lahaina. Community leaders in Lahaina came together Friday to express their concerns about the government's response to the wildfires and what lies ahead for their historic town. Residents are afraid rebuilding Lahaina is on the fast track and they'll be left behind.
Give us time to heal. Give us time to find closure, and be open and allow us to sit at the table.
They're also angry over how they're being treated in the fire's aftermath as they wonder what their future holds.
It's like we're prisoners in our own home. We're blocked out of our neighborhoods where, there's all these people everywhere, National Guard. It's scary.
People in Lahaina say relying on one another is what will get them through the worst ordeal of their lives. Jeff Nguyen, CBS News, Maui.
And still ahead tonight, a closer look at your complete forecast ahead of a warm up over the weekend.
Plus Friday Night Lights, week 1 of the high school football season. All of the scores and highlights straight ahead.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Stop right there. This week, the Denny's Super Slam is only $9.99. Hungry for all your breakfast favorites? When you want America's biggest breakfast for only $9.99 at Denny's,
it's diner time.
Now open really late.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards and give your wall a fresh update. DuraClean Interior Paint and Primer provides a washable, scrubbable, stain-resistant finish to keep your home looking clean. Get a gallon for $22.95 after rebate. High moisture areas of your home demand a different kind of paint. DuraClean Kitchen and Bath Paint is specifically formulated to protect your walls from exposure to water and humidity. Just $29.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines with unlimited data for just $90 total.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
4 lines for $90 a month plus 4 free phones. US Cellular, built for us.
Jennifer Hudson Show. Wednesdays, Christina Ricci. Does your son know he has a cool mom?
He's like, oh my God, Mom, were you really gonna kill your brother? It's a movie.
And the hilarious Miss Pat.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
We had a very nice day today weather-wise, but you remember what happened on this day back in 2005? Yeah, that was the picture in Stoughton as an EF3 tornado tore across that city with winds perhaps as high as 165 miles per hour. It was on the ground for almost an hour, and the path about a half-mile wide. It was on the ground for about 20 miles. One person unfortunately died. There were 2 injuries, but it was one of 27 tornadoes. It's the largest one-day tornado outbreak in Wisconsin history, and it happened in August. And our peak tornado season is usually in late May or June. Air quality advisories will be allowed to expire at 11 p.m. tonight as the wildfire smoke situation looks like it it is starting to improve. Winds coming more out of the south will keep the wildfire smoke farther to the north. 3 things you need to know in the forecast, though. Temperatures will continue to heat up. Today we're in the mid-70s, tomorrow mid-80s, and then we'll be around 90 degrees for Sunday, and then again Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We'll add in some humidity. That means the afternoon heat index readings on some days will be between about 87 and 97 degrees, but no rain is expected for the next 10 days. Down in California, different story. Tropical storm watch. First time in history, tropical storm watch has been issued for southwestern California, basically from Los Angeles to San Diego, inland as far as Palm Springs, and that is because of Hurricane Hillary. Maximum sustained winds 130 miles per hour, Category 4 storm, gusts to 160 miles per hour. Forecast track will take it to the north and then weaken it just slightly, but still it'll be out at sea long enough to probably maintain tropical storm strength as it pushes into far southwestern California. So there will be winds of tropical storm force, but more importantly, the rain that will come along will cause considerable amounts of flooding, especially in an area that's not used to seeing that kind of rain at this time of year. So that's something that bears some watching in the southwestern part of the country. We're going to stay bone dry for the time being. High temperatures today, very comfortable. Mid-70s to around 80 degrees. But look what's happening out to the west. These were high temperatures. Triple-digit heat all the way to the U.S.-Canadian border, mid-90s into Kansas. That heat will start expanding eastward with time. The dome of high pressure aloft, with allowing the air to sink and dry out, is just baking the central plains. And right now, high pressure is located off to our east. Winds are becoming more southerly. That's good news to keep the wildfire smoke at bay, but bad news for the heat because that will be moving its way in over the next couple of days. 86 for the high tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, warmer, also a little more humid. Heat index reading could be up around 90. Planning your day across Dane County, 84 Mount Horeb, 86 in Maizomanie, 86 for the high in Wanakee. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, perhaps 90 in Prairie du Chien and 93 in La Crosse. Madison, 86 and 84 in Monroe. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures mid-80s Saturday, 90 on Sunday. A little bit of a break in the heat and humidity from Monday. The humidity comes back on Tuesday, and we're back into the 90s for Wednesday and Thursday. Some good news toward the end of the week. Look for high temperatures to drop back into the upper 70s by next weekend.
And welcome into week 1 of the high school football season. I'm Zach Hanley. He's Andrew Banstra. And this is the final drive.
And as always, we kick off our show with our game of the week. And this one really doesn't need much of an introduction, does it? The rivalry was renewed tonight at Warrior Stadium as Wanakee hosted DeForest. The Warriors will try to take that next step this year after getting bounced in the playoff level 3 last year. Wanakee's dominated this rivalry, winning 4 straight over the Norskies. It didn't start quite how DeForest was hoping, though. Wanakee already up 14-0. The Warriors' Benjamin Lindley punches it in from 8 and gives Wanakee a 3-touchdown lead. The domination, though, continued on the ground for Lindley in the second quarter as he breaks the long run with only green grass in front of him. His second rushing touchdown of the half. Wanakee goes on to win big, 51-14.
Madison Memorial is looking to build off an 8-win season that earned them a 3rd-place finish in the Big 8 last year. And the journey for Mike Harris's squad starts at an upgraded Mansfield Stadium. First game for the Spartans on the brand new turf. Memorial hosting Kenosha Tremper, and the Spartans started strong. Cam Parker dives in for 6 to put the home team up 7-zip. And their defense would get the offense the ball back immediately. Levi Duggan dives on the fumble, and we are going the other way. And that turnover would lead to this. Steve Young gonna take the handoff. Just call him man strong. Memorial goes on to win 37-0. Elsewhere in the Big 8, the reigning conference champs Verona fell to Muskego on a last-second field goal. 38-35 is the final.
After an undefeated 2021 regular season, Edgewood went just 6-4 last year, and that was without ever playing a D1 opponent, which is where Madison West comes in. They're trying to rebound from a 2-7 season, and of course those first game jitters were in the air, but once that whistle blows, you know. First quarter, no score. Edgewood's Gannon Bagstead drops back, finds some room and lets it fly. There's A.J. Charles. His man catches it downfield to move the sticks. Later in the drive, a goal line stand, and just give him the ball and get out of the way. The big man, Cade Patterson, he punches it in for 6. and the Crusaders kept cruising from there. The domination would continue. That one ended with a final score 51-0. As Mount Horeb begins their quest for a third straight Badger Small title, McFarland just wants to get over the hump. They came up just short in the Rock Valley last year and will try to flip the script with this opener. The Vikings beat the Spartans to open the season last year, and those first game jitters were out there. Here's the quarterback making a beautiful throw there, Zach, all the way down the field. That's Casey Helgeson from Mount Horeb. He was really working it through the air tonight. Another long pass opportunity for him. Gets it up there, and Chris Keel with the catch from Casey Helgeson. Those two are going to be something to watch this season. Looking elsewhere in the Badger Conference, Oregon comes on top of Stoughton. A last-second goal line stand defensively, 20-13 the final score. And those Thunderbirds of Baraboo, they were striking 24-8 the final score as Baraboo comes out on top over Sauk Prairie and the Eagles.
Up next, the last season, Columbus capped off a perfect season by winning the Division IV state championship, their first since 1996. The road tonight to get back to Camp Randall begins for the Cardinals at Fireman's Park, a place where they haven't lost since 2019. Columbus hosting Milwaukee Academy of Science. The defense was ready. No score in the first, and check this out. The Cardinals pop the ball up, and it lands right into Riley Knockreiner's arms, and he's off to the races. And the turnover would set up Columbus knocking on the door, and Colton Brunel plunges in for the score on his grandparents' 50th anniversary tonight. Cardinals take a 7-0 lead, and they weren't done. Same score in the second, and Peyton Powers fakes everybody out on the keeper. He's going to head right into your living room. Columbus goes on to win 36-6. Other scores to pass along: Reedsburg shuts out River Valley 28-0. And how about this? Beaver Dam tops last year's Division III champ Monroe 25-20. Marshall hosting Johnson Creek in an Eastern Suburban Trailways clash. Cardinals led by 18 at the break and looking for more. Braden Klubertons gets outside, then plays pinball with the Blue Jay defenders. Klubertons takes it 68 yards to the promised land as Marshall extends their lead with ease, but not so fast. Johnson Creek would answer right back. Dylan Bredlow finds Tanner Herman in the end zone to make it a 3-score game, but Marshall wouldn't be denied tonight. Brady Kleinenheinz floats one up to Max Temple, and he does the rest. Cardinals get the win. 46-28 is your final. And Darlington, they're off to a 1-0 start. They beat Platteville 34-7, while Lancaster took down Mineral Point 12-7. Cuba City also a winner tonight. And don't go anywhere. We've got more sports to show how the Brewers maybe snapped their streak. Did they beat the Rangers? Find out next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Stamilt red cherries, just $2.48 a pound. Smithfield bacon, just $2.99. And buy 2, get 1 free on select Pepsi products. All week long at Hy-Vee.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more,
and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or current Chevy owners get $7,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
At LL Flooring, we've seen it all.
It's a rental.
It's a remodel. It's a really bad day.
Can I do this?
Can you do this? We help you find your right floor at the right price, turning indecision into your best decision. LL Flooring, every step covered.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
It's Hy-Vee's Super Snack Sale this Friday through Sunday. Get Fritos or Cheetos, $2.77. Chex Mix, Bugles, or Gardettos, 2 for $4. And Nature Valley or Fiber One bars, $1.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
The year is 2008, and it's been exactly 26 years since the Brewers made the playoffs. Then comes this guy. On July 7th, the Brewers traded for CC Sabathia, and it changed everything. In his 17 starts on the mound that season, Sabathia went 11-2, posting a 1.65 ERA and single-handedly willed the Crew to the playoffs. The 3-month run was something the franchise will never forget, and they plan to honor their former ace next Friday.
I walked into the clubhouse in Milwaukee. It was like I had been there my whole career. So, you know, it was very welcoming and warming organization. The city was great. So it was the best summer I had playing baseball in the big leagues. You know, I've had, you know, lifelong friends coming out of that run that I had in the 3 months. So just excited to be back.
Speaking of the Brewers, they're trying to get out of their 3-game losing streak, down 4-3 in the 7th, 2 on for Carlos Santana, and 3 gone. His 3-run blast puts the Crew up 6-4. They'd go on to win 9-8, the final. We're just about 3 weeks out from the Packers kicking off the regular season against the Bears, and the elephant in the room, as it's been all training camp, how's Jordan Love going to do? Well, the true answer, only time will tell, but he has been improving. Love's teammates continue to sing his praise to their first-year starting quarterback, and the front office feels the same way.
I think the thing that I've been really pleased with, and you know, I think you guys have probably seen it too, is just kind of his command, his confidence back there, and some of the things he's doing, and how he's leading our football team.
I think he's done a better job of putting air under the ball, allowing our receivers. We've got some pretty good speed, allowing those guys time to adjust down the field, and we're still a work in progress.
And Jerry Kelly back to defend his title at the Shaw Charity Classic. Pretty good first round for the Madison native. The little chip sets up an easy birdie for Kelly. He finishes round 2 under, tied for 13th. We're back after this.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Choose Flex Buy on a 2023 Ford Bronco Sport and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 Flex Buy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
Stop right there. This week, the Denny's Super Slam is only $9.99. Hungry for all your breakfast favorites? When you want America's biggest breakfast for only $9.99 at Denny's,
it's diner time.
Now open really late.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night.
But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any qualifying Tempur-Pedic. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit.
And we're experts in all of it, so no matter why you run, your best race starts here.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, yes, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. And that's why they all start dancing. Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Republican presidential debate coverage Wednesday on News 3 Now.
Gary's back. Final check of the weekend forecast.
Yeah, the wildfire haze should start to thin out overnight, and especially tomorrow. Live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam. Pretty quiet out there right now. 68, very comfortable in Madison. Most of southern Wisconsin seeing temperatures in the 60s here in Dane County. 66 in Cross Plains, 67 Verona, and 66 in Deerfield.
Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good and have a great weekend.